Hello from the Hempfest here at, what, 2012? Is that what year?
I believe it is. Last time I looked.
Well, the last time we got together face to face like this was in 1991, but since then we've been great friends and you've been a guest of the show.
Many times.
Oh my gosh. And
we were younger men apparently.
And you brought a lot of good joy to the show and a lot of good news along the way, and you talked about how the reforms have been here, reforms have been there. And now we've got a lot of progress still, but we got in Washington, D.C., people drive by medical marijuana clinics, and then these same people drive by them are making laws against marijuana. Isn't that weird?
I suspect that's going to have a positive impact. Not initially, of course. Initially, you're going to have members of Congress who are horrified that there's a dispensary a few blocks from the Capitol or whatever. But the reality is, what they're going to see is the sky doesn't fall. People still get up and go to work every day. This idea they have that somehow if you legalize marijuana, we're all going to sit home on the sofa and get stoned all day. So
no.
I think it will do them good to see that you can legalize marijuana either for medical use or for all adults, and nothing really changes other than you stop wasting law enforcement resources chasing smokers, and you raise a lot of money from taxing on marijuana.
And people say, well, if you keep it outlawed, then people are not going to be able to smoke out in public, and people aren't going to be able to smoke at events. Well, I think that's not true.
Oh, no.
That's not going to stop us.
I agree. I think
and at an event like
smoking now, so why wouldn't we smoke next time?
But we do encourage responsible use of marijuana. It is very important.
I got a lighter.
All right. It is very important that you don't fly an airplane, you don't drive a school bus, right? But if you got a day where you're spending with your friends and you're hanging out and trying to be, have a normal day like everybody else, then you might want to hang out with someone like Keith here from the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. Is that what it's called?
It is indeed normal, and in fact, I would even tell people, we all know that marijuana is a lot of fun to smoke because it increases your appetite, you appreciate food more, you appreciate music more, you appreciate sex more, and that's all good. But I think it's more than that. I actually think for most marijuana smokers, they develop an ability to kind of enhance their life. It actually improves upon my life. It allows me to stand back half a step and see my life and put it in a little better perspective than I think I did before I smoked. So I think we need to get the courage to say that in the right situation, smoking marijuana is a very enriching experience.
It is, and like when two old friends get together like this and share memories and
it's like
fun times. It is. Yeah. It really is. It's like when I first started working for Jack Hare, and somebody from the normal office contacted me and wanted me to leave a message for Jack and communicate. I sent a letter to your office, and they called Jack. They wanted to know why it was I addressed it to NORMAL.
Who knew? It's an acronym. When we picked that acronym in 1970, acronyms were big. You had NOW and you had other groups. So normal seemed like a good acronym. It was before the internet. If I would have realized the internet was coming, I would have kept the A in the acronym.
Yeah, you would have done
because it's
that.
more natural. Now, the truth is, if you go up to the internet and get anything close to normal, Google, it'll get you.
Now, what do you think of all, like when I was working in Jack's office, when we had a hemp fest, it was like 3 gypsies and 2 stoners and one entrepreneur got together and pitched a tent and said paper fiber fuel. And I look at this amazing event that we got going in Seattle.
I have been to many events, as you've been, where they're good people. I show up, but sometimes there are more people on the stage than in the audience. You're sometimes speaking almost to an empty room. But the 2 events, or the 2 groups that seem to have figured out how to pull this off, mostly, of course, the best is the Seattle Hempfest. They get 100,000 people a day for each of 3 days. It's an incredible event that's totally volunteer labor. It's just beautiful to see. The other good one, the one that's significant, is the Boston Freedom Rally. It's only one day. It's a month later. It's in September. I think they've been doing it for 25 years. And they get maybe 40, 50,000. It's not a big, but it's right on the Ball Street Common. It's historic, it's beautiful, right in front of the State House. And I'm proud to say that in 2008, Rick Cusick from High Times Magazine and I managed to get ourselves arrested for smoking a joint. At the Boston Freedom Rally, when we went to trial, they tried to drop the charges. We said, no, we want to go to trial. And we took the stand under oath and said, of course we were smoking a joint. What else would you do at the Boston Freedom Rally? That's the whole purpose.
Exactly. And when a lawyer says, no, don't drop the charges. You know you're in for a long day.
Actually, the prosecutor kept saying, "Oh well, that's all right." He said, "If you'll just pay the fine, we'll drop it." We said, "No." They said, "Well, we'll drop the fine and we'll just drop it." We said, "No, we demand the right to go to trial." He realized that he had arrested the wrong people. We weren't the slightest bit afraid of him.
No, not at all. You were looking forward to it.
When we finally got to trial, the judge says, "Now, how much marijuana is involved?" The prosecutor holds up his bag and has a half a joint.
Like one of these?
Yeah, about that size. And the judge says, "You want to go to trial on that amount?" to the prosecutor? And the prosecutor says, "Well, we'll drop it." And that's when we said, "No, we want to go to trial." They couldn't figure out what to do. I don't think they'd ever have defendants that want to go to trial.
That rocks.
We're reaching a place in this country where, because the majority of people don't think marijuana smokers should be treated like criminals, if you have the courage on a minor case to go to trial, you got a fair shot at getting a jury nullification. And that's the ultimate weapon of the people. Jurors, even though they don't know it, the lawyer can't tell them, they have to figure it out themselves.
Right.
They can find that you committed the crime, but they can still refuse to convict you because they don't think it's fair. And there's always been that power, and until about the 1850s, and defense lawyers would tell the jury that. Of course, changed it now. It's a mistrial.
Right, which doesn't make any sense.
No.
You know your rights.
Yeah. But some people do know. You know, you've got groups that go around trying to educate jurors. So I'd say if you've got a minor marijuana offense, if you're not facing jail, if you don't have a risk of jail, don't ever accept it. Go to trial on that son of a gun. You'll probably get acquitted.
And it might actually make everybody say we got to change these laws. It's just clogging up the court system, and it's something silly.
You know, if everybody that got arrested, 850,000 people last year in this country, if everybody actually demanded a jury trial, refused to accept the plea, we shut the court system down in 30 days. But of course, most people don't. Most people are just scared. They want to pay a fine, get the hell out of there.
Right.
But it's feasible to do. We can stop the system.
That would be great. Well, I can't believe, after all this time, Keith, seriously, it's been a lot of fun.
My pleasure.
And we've been shoulder to shoulder in this foxhole for 20 some odd years
right.
now. You've been in it longer than that. When did Normal start?
1970.
1870?
No, 19.
Oh, 1970.
41 years.
Wow. You got a big anniversary coming up every year.
Yeah, I was just out of Georgetown Law School 2 years from 7. And we thought at the time it might take as long as 10 years to legalize marijuana. I guess we were a little optimistic. But we're almost there now. I do believe.
Well, thank you again for having some fun with Casper and friends here at the Seattle Hempfest 2012.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.